Okay guys, welcome to the tutorial where I'm going to teach you how to play I Will Always Love You. It's going to sound a little something like this. Okay, so before I dive into things and teach you how to play the basic form of the song, I want you to know that the version that I just played there, all I'm doing, guys, is I'm using rhythm. So if you're interested in getting the free chord chart, the lead sheet for this, I have that for you. I'm also on that same page to get the free stuff. I'm going to have a paid program called Rhythms Beyond that I want you to check out, because if you say, hey, the way you just played that, the way you just filled that out sounds so interesting, and that's what I've been trying to do for years, it is a rhythms thing. You have to be able to get your rhythm in your left hand down, aside from arpeggios and basic just kind of quarter note chords and tempos like that. Okay, so go check that out up here. I'll have that available to you. Let's start with the verse of the song. So the chords in the left hand, as the chord chart will show you, so it's going to go a C chord. Now it's really interesting, this first movement right here, I'm going to teach you this because this is just kind of my own little twist on things. So I'm going to start off the tutorial with that. So so just a root and fifth on C here. Notice that I'm using a pinky down here and then a 2-finger for my fifth interval. So now watch this. What my top note is going to do is I'm going to go up, okay? And this is going to simulate an F chord. Okay, so I'm just going from here. I'm going to push to the A note up here. My bottom note stays right there. And then my 2-finger goes to the G sharp. So we have G sharp, and then notice what my thumb did, guys. This is really important fingering. So the movement goes da da dum. Watch this. Da da dum. Okay, so just practice the left hand doing that. So da da dum. Watch my thumb, man. Thumb, 2-finger, thumb, 2, 3, da da dum to the A minor. Okay, so that's what the left hand is doing. Now the right hand on that movement, as the chord chart tells us, we're on an E for our melody line, and I like to do this little F G E. So da da 1, 2, 3. Now watch my thumb here. It went to what we just practiced. The right hand's gonna go to a D note, and then watch my right hand. You go to this. This is a diminished chord. Okay, actually, the course that I was talking about, the Rhythms Beyond, I have an additional bonus course titled Nick's Recipe to Intros, Endings, and Accompaniment. I talk about this diminished chord and how that can lead into this one chord really nicely. So we have this here. So just go check that out, guys. It's a really great offer for my YouTube viewers like you if you want to fill out your playing with rhythm. So you have here and then here. So all together, it goes da da 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna go slow. There's the movement. Okay, so that's the first part right there. Okay, now let's move on with just the left hand now that you have that down. Even if you pause the video here and just learn how to do that, I think that would give you tons of motivation to be able to tell yourself, hey, I could actually learn this song. So the left hand from this C chord, after we do that movement, it's going to walk down to the G over B. So the way that I like to play that is I like to just play a B down here, and then I go A minor like this. And then as you're walking down, remember that these chords are kind of passing chords to the 1, 6, 4, 5 chord progression. I'll talk about that right now so that you have a good understanding of what's going on. We're going to end up going to the F and then to the G. So you kind of have like a 1 chord, da da dum, ah, right? So you have a 1, going to the A minor, the 6, and then the F, which is the 4, and then the 5. So you have here, 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 here. All that's happening is in between these chords, you're just going to connect things. So from the C to the A minor, you connect things with the B. So you go da-da-dum, da-da-dum. Now let's connect with the B as we move down to the A minor, bum. Let's move down again, connect to the F, da-dum, yo, so that's kind of the movement that the left hand's going to be doing throughout the song. It's this C chord to the A minor, but in between that is the passing chord, so to speak. Kind of this movement in between those two chords. So you go C, da, 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 da. Let me play the right hand, but I want you to watch the left hand because that's what we're going over right now. Okay, here we go. So that's what the chord progression's doing for the verse in the left hand. Now let's go over a little bit of the right hand. Again, you have the free lead sheet available to you up here, so you can go download that. That's going to help you out if you're able to read notes. But if you're not able to read notes, let me just go through it pretty quickly. So notice that for the verse, we're going da da dum. So it's an F chord. I'm sorry, F note in the right hand. We're going over the melody now. It's da dum. Go up to the G, then to the E. So we have notice that when we hit the E in the right hand for the melody line, that's the first beat of the C chord. So da, da, da. Okay, the movement I just taught you. Okay, so we're going da da dum, 2 and 3. Da 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 dum. Okay, that's what I like to do. So when you hit this B, you also hit this E at the same time. So you go E, D, C, C to the A minor. So da 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 dum, da dum, and then you go all the way to this A up here. Da, da. And then once you're at the A, I like to go walk up to this B. So the way that I walk up to the B is I go do do do. Okay, so do 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 do, and then bring it back down. So you have these 3 notes up here: G, A, B, and then walk back down. So very slowly, watch the right hand. Up and walk back down, and then you start it over again. Do, 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 do. Okay, so I just threw in some passing tones there. Okay, so if you're interested in that type of stuff, guys, I'm telling you, my paid content's where you're going to find all that. You can click up there, like I already told you, up there for the paid content. You won't learn the kind of this soul stuff there, but the foundation to soul and gospel passing tones is rhythm. So that's your first step. Get your rhythms down, then I could teach you all the rest of that other stuff. So then the chorus is going to do this. And so I want you to watch the left hand. So all you're going to be doing is you're going to be going on a 1, 4, 6, 5. So and I. So the C chord, and then to the A minor chord, and then to the F chord. So notice that the chorus changes ever so slightly in the sense that you're not going to be doing a lot of passing tones here. Kind of, you know how in the verse we kind of walk down in between everything? Okay? You kind of have a switch up here just to make things sound a little bit different. Of course, you can use the passing tones, and in the original recording, passing tones are used ever so slightly in the chorus. All that to say, you will still sound amazing if you can just do root, 5th, octave on the C, and then go to the A minor, go to the F, will always love you. Okay, so that's the vibe in the left hand. 1, 4, 6, 5, 1, 6, 4, 5, sorry. So C chord, A minor, F, and G. Right hand is going to be just doing from a G to a C. And I, you can just repeat this note up here. Will always love you. So what's the right hand doing? Fairly simple for the long drawn out vocal note. So, and I repeat your note. And then you can go, doo-doo. And then will always love you. So you're kind of making this melody line happen around the C, the B, and the D. Okay? And then you'll notice that you're going to go, you kind of do this little movement to the E, and then the D and the C. So it would help if your hands got in this position here where you have notes gathered with your thumb on A. So you go, and I. Notice how my hand went to that position. So, and I. 3 finger on, so your middle finger on C. Watch my right hand. Okay, so that's what the chorus does. And then I'm going to teach you this really cool part that goes like... Okay, so what's happening there? You'll see in the free PDF lead sheet that I have for you guys that I call this the beginning or the start of the cool chords. Okay, so the melody line is going to go. Okay, so we're back to this position. Notice we just talked about the melody line of the chorus being kind of in this A minor position where your thumb has an A and then all the notes after that, like this. So this same idea applies for this melody line. We're going to go to an F chord. Okay, and this is just kind of that little instrumental part. If you listen to the song, then it does the melody line again. So instead of hitting the A this time, though, you hit the G. Your left hand will hit an E and a C here to emulate the C over E chord. So you have this, and then you do the melody line again. Instead of hitting the G, you go down to the F. We're simulating a D minor 7, like a D minor 7 here. And then you go to a G chord just to prep for the verse. So that little instrumental all together without me talking. Oh, goodness. Okay, so that's how things go. Get this song down in its simplest form. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, guys, if you want to be able to fill out your music, your goal in your head, you should be thinking, I need to learn how to use my left hand properly. I need to get a good sense of rhythm in my left hand, aside from kind of just the basics. Okay, you have to be able to have control of your hand. And so in the course that I talked about up here, the Rhythms Beyond course, I have all that you will need to be able to fill out your songs like this. I'm going to leave it at that, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.
Okay, you made it to the end. 1 in every 4 of my viewers clicks right there to learn how to play like me. As always, guys, don't forget to subscribe for more awesome videos. You can click on my beautiful face right there if you'd like. And your next video is right here.